We're slowly transitioning the front garden into something that's more like a little bit of food forest, but it's going to take a little while. We're about 2 years into this bit. Today I'm going to show you a little demonstration of microclimate. This is really cool. This little shrub here, let's get that out of the way. See that? That's what, about 15 inches high. That is Elaeagnus me. It's a close relative of automotive. It's a very, very cool plant. We've got them extensively. We use them all over the place. They're a really good shelter belt tree. But yeah, it's nitrogen fixing, all kinds of cool. Very, very wind fast. But here, that's south. So you can see with the wall, and we've got the house there, especially in winter with a low winter sun. It comes up the other side of the house, in fact the other side of the barn that's beyond the house. Arcs across the sky fairly low, only gets a little bit of sun down here, and then it goes down just sort of there-ish. You know, we don't see much sun at all down in this part of the garden because of the walls and because of the house. But at this time of year it starts to pick up a bit of sun and it starts to grow. But there was one we put in about 2 months earlier than that one. And that's this one here, and you can see that's now what, 4 foot high, maybe 3.5, 4 feet. That's a proper sized shrub. See, the new growth's just starting to come on it now. Very, very cool. And the only difference, this was in about 2 months earlier. It's it's literally, it's all that's in it is about 8 weeks of planting. But behind it, this came out of the back garden. It's something that had been dumped, and it's an old glass outside table, and there was no legs on it or anything, so rather than just bin it, I leant it against here thinking it might give a little bit of reflected light. But it's been amazing. I mean, one thing it does do, it drives the blackbird crazy, because it sees its reflection, it's constantly trying to fight itself and then running around the back to see to see what's there. Yeah, very entertaining to watch. But more importantly, it absorbs heat and creates, I mean, that actually is warm to the touch, and creates a little bit of a protected microclimate in terms of temperature. But more importantly, it bounces light back on against this, doubles virtually the amount of light it gets. It's very, very dramatic. And now with these shoots getting up high enough, they'll get their share of the light, because they're pretty much as high as the wall. They'll start getting their share of the light all year round now. And yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. This should be the last year that it needs it. So we're going to take this and we're going to move it over here, and we're going to put it, whoops, without falling over, we'll put it behind that one and let it do its thing for this one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a stake in here and hammer it in, just to so it doesn't fall forward and crush anything. But because that's what it's for over the other. It's not really to support the bush, it's just to stop the tabletop from falling over. And we'll get this one up to the same height within a couple of years, hopefully.